Did you honestly think I forgot about you guys? We are back with another episode of Canucks Franchise Mode. This episode, this week, I guess you could say, this month, we got a checklist. It's the off season. We are at our second NHL entry draft of this franchise mode thus far, and we have a couple tasks we have to take care of. Number one, we got to draft some guys. Number two, we got to sign some guys. And number three, if we're feeling a little cheeky, we got to acquire a good young forward. Taking a look at our contract situation, we are looking a hell of a lot better than we were before, as you can tell. From the previous episode, we did get rid of Thatcher Demko, so that's a huge contract off the books. We also did request Elias Pettersson to waive his no-movement clause. We are stuck in a little bit of a pickle, though, which is that Elias Pettersson is currently listed as a second-line forward. Now, he does not have any trade protection, so we can get off of that $11.6 million pretty handedly. I'm not sure if we go into next season and he plays up to a first-line forward, if that might look a little bit better for our trade value in efforts of getting a few good young pieces and potentially good picks. So that's going to be something that at the draft we're going to have to take a look at. Obviously, Zeev Buium is signed up long-term. I think I'd like to keep Filip Hronek around just because at some point you do need NHL players on your roster. And I do think at this point we might as well just keep Brock Besser while we still have him. And then what we can do is after that time is up, what do we got for time frame on him? We still have another 2 more years, and then that no movement clause turns into a modified no trade list. So I think we can hold on to him and sort of see what we can do with that, because I do think he'll still have trade value in those next couple of years. So I think we're going to hold on to Brock Besser, and also it's kind of nice. Like, wouldn't he be the longest tenured Canuck too? He's played since the 2016-17 season. I think that would be the longest tenured current Canuck. So that's gonna be something that fine. It's fine. It's fun. Obviously, we also have guys like Marcus Pettersson who are 31 years old and Jake DeBrusk. I believe these also go down to modified. I mean, next season, Jake DeBrusk goes down to a modified no trade list. But at the end of the day, we do need to have NHL players on this roster. So even if they are older, we can at least hold on to them. And long term, we can look at replacing them. Because obviously, players like Tom Valander and Timofey Semenov will move up, as well as Ivor Stenberg. We've also got Jonathan Lecker-Mackey as well as another player to potentially move around. Niels Höglander went up to a high top 6 forward potential. This is news to me. That's pretty fun. Okay. Liam Ogren, we are going to try and transition into a winger this summer. And I think that's about it. I'd like to re-sign Aatu Räty to a long-term deal. I know that's maybe overreacting to good shooting percentage numbers, but I mean, it's now, twice that he's played in the NHL and he's shot over 20%. I don't expect him to score 20 goals every season, but even if this guy can basically just turn into a 12 to 15 goal guy, that would be huge for us. Right now, he's got a 3.5-star defensive category. This could be a pretty decent bet at the 4th-line center position going forward. He's not very fast, so maybe that maybe for off-season training, we can maybe put him into a skating category. That might be of interest to us, but somebody that I do want to keep around for a little bit. So we don't really have much we have to do with our cap space. We have $43 million spared, and we've got Kevin Lankinen still as one of our goalies. I think that's okay, but I kind of want to get jumping into this draft. So let's jump into the draft, shall we? And we have I remember, just hold on. Let me, I can't even call a timeout. I believe we've got, the 12th overall pick or something like that? Yes, we have the 12th overall pick. So right now, the Dallas Stars are wanting to move out of that position for 4th overall. I think there's an interesting deal to be had. Let's take a look at this draft class here. So around 4th overall, it's just a bunch of wingers, unfortunately. I don't love that. Unless we want to move up and potentially acquire Alexis Joseph. That might be a move. 6'5", power forward. He's got 66 points in 67 games. That might be a little bit rich at 4th overall, but that might be something we could do. I would like to see what we can do for this pick. How much cap space do the Dallas Stars have? They actually have quite a bit. Okay. What is your interest in Elias Pettersson? Not... Oh, okay. So let's say if we were to move off of Pettersson. And let's say we were to go... What do they want to get rid of? Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, Pettersson just does not have any, like, value. That's the problem right now. Could we pick up one of these expiring deals here? Yeah, like Labushkin. Okay, so this deal actually kind of works. If we did Pettersson, but then we'll have to add on top of that. I wonder if we go... Okay, so Pettersson for 4th overall plus Labushkin. Plus we got to throw in probably a pick. I don't want to trade 12. I don't want to trade any of these firsts. Hell, let's just try our 3rd round pick and see what happens. So Pettersson in a 3rd for 4th overall and Labushkin. In reality, I feel like this could actually be a deal that really happens in real life. But I think this could work. I think this would be pretty fair value for Elias Pettersson. You're going to get a top 5 pick out of it. Let's see if we can make this happen. Does not happen. Okay. It's not the end of the world. I think we can still do this. Let's try a 2nd round pick. Let's go 64th overall via the Tampa Bay Lightning. What do we got? Let's see. Will it happen? Not quite. Okay. Let's move up to 60. This, for some reason, has less value. Okay, whatever. No. Give me back that screen. I want that screen back. Ah, damn it. Okay, come on. We want... Where is he? Elias Pettersson. There he is. Okay, so Pettersson in a 4th. Plus, I want you to give me... I want you to give me Labushkin. We're making this deal happen. Hell hath no fury. So let's try 60th overall. Can we make this happen? Let's do the deal. Not quite. Okay. What if I give you a 4th via the Chicago Blackhawks? Will you take this deal? Take this deal, Dallas. Take this deal. No, not quite. Okay, damn it. Okay, we're going to go a 3rd and a 2nd. 2nd and a 3rd, and Pettersson for 4th overall. This seems like an overpayment. I need to get this deal done. Let's get this deal done. It does not get done. Damn it. Okay. Oh, I don't want to give it 2 seconds. Oh, no. Do we have another player we can give them? Do they want anything else? I'm not giving you Chase Reed. I'm not giving you D'Agostino. You know what? I think we may just have to go move up. This is going to be gross. I'm sorry, everybody. We got to do this. We got to get this deal done. I'm going to see if I can get an extra pick out of it. We are going to get this deal done. Let's go. Can I snipe a pick out of them from next year? Let's see if we can get 2 firsts out of this. Here, I'm going to try and move up as well next year via their 2nd round pick. Or did I pick 2029? Okay, I picked 2029. That's fine. That's okay. So we're going to go 2029. We'll give them a 2nd in 2029 for their 1st. Sorry if you can hear my cat. She's just crying for food now. She will get fed at some point, but she doesn't realize that her father is a general manager. Fourth round pick. Can we make this happen? Let's get this deal done. Come on! Get it done. We got to get this thing done. We got to get this thing over the line. Third round pick. Come on. Come on! Ah, damn it. Okay. Second round pick. This year? No, that's going to be too much value. Second round pick. They give me thirds. Yuck. Second round pick in 2029. Oh my god. Still nothing. Okay, I'll give you a third round pick in 2029. Wheeling and dealing, baby. Wheeling and dealing. Nope, they don't want to do that deal. Okay. Screw it. We're going to settle right now. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to go third or fourth next year. Let's get this deal done. Nope, they won't do that. Okay. We are just... This is crazy. Oh, dear God. That's another pick that's gone by. Okay, we got to get this deal over the finish line. We are running out of time. Elias Pettersson. Okay. Elias Pettersson, N30. And then we go back to Dallas. Dallas, give us Lyubushkin. Nope. I want Ilya Lyubushkin. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just to get this deal done. Come on. Let's see what we got here. A third round pick this year. Let's just get this deal finished. Over the line. Oh my god. Still nothing. Fine. No other picks. This is a vast overpayment by us. But guess what? We're getting rid of Elias Pettersson. We're getting a fourth overall pick. Let's get this damn deal done. Still nothing. Oh my god. Why do they not want to make a deal with us? Hold on. Hold on 1 second here. What do they want from us? They want Filip Hronek. You know what? Let's offer him Filip Hronek. Give us... I want to waive you. Waive your no trade. Okay, he's not waiving. All right. So I guess we cannot move Filip Hronek. That sucks because that probably would have fit really well. Do I just give them 2 firsts and try to move up to the top 5? Does that get the deal done if I just trade them picks here? And then we just replenish. Screw it. We're gonna chuck them a ton of picks here. I really want to move up to top 5. I really want to get this deal done. Okay, we got a deal done. Plus, for some reason, we took back Ilya Lyubushkin. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I just kind of messed with all of our depth that we had there. But I really want this pick. So, we now have the 4th overall pick. I know that we kind of went all around the place. But we had to get this deal done. I got to take a look at what we can get for Elias Pettersson. So, I want to move back here. I want to get this simulated. Okay. We've now simulated. We're going to call a timeout. And call a timeout because I would like to move back. I want that center, but I don't want to make this selection. I wanted this pick for the asset. So let's take a look at what Pittsburgh's got. Because Pittsburgh would be a really good team to trade back with. And I don't think that player will come off the board. Because we still have... There's still a ton of players available. There's multiple wingers, and I don't really want another winger. I want this Joseph guy. That's who I want. So, we're moving back 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. We'd be moving back 3 selections. So 3 selections would go by before we would pick. But I want to get a deal with Pittsburgh done. So, let's see what Pittsburgh has to offer. Or if Pittsburgh will make this move. So, they are in a full-blown fire sale. So they've got 7. I've got 4. I would like just a couple more assets. They've got a 2nd-round pick via Dallas next year. Could we get that over the line? Just to get some more bullets in the chamber? Could I even get... do they have any prospects that haven't worked out? I wonder if they got anything like that. Emilio Arventi. Is that Emilio Arventi? Zonin? Bill Zonin? Oh, right. I forgot about Bill Zonin. Bill Zonin could be an interesting fit. He's 20, though. That's the only thing I don't really love. Ben Kindle would be a nice fit, but I feel like he should have higher potential, man. Like, he's a good player in real life. Owen Pickering, but do I really want a player like Owen Pickering? And he's freaking 23 years old. Old man. I don't want an old man. Okay. Let's see if we can move 7. Let's see if we can move back for 7 and 52. Will this go through? No, it won't. Did I try the second from Dallas? Can we get that done? 7 and a second next year. No. Okay. You know what? I really don't want to overdraft them, but we may just have to. Let's see here. Is it worth it to move back even just for a third-round pick? It's not much, but it's something. And we're moving back 3 selections. If we move... So we'd be moving up if we move... Or we move this for a second. Will this happen? Okay, cool. I like that deal. That's a pretty good deal. We moved up. We moved up in the draft. And now we have set ourselves up to select at 7th overall Alexis Joseph. 6'5", 208 pounds, size and strength, elite speed, hard wrist shot, similar style to Marian Gaborik. Unstoppable, big rig. This guy looks like future potential captain material. Welcome to the team, Alexis Joseph, or Alexi Joseph, I'm not sure. 74 overall, medium elite potential. I don't mind that at all. That's a guy we can chuck down in the in the QMJHL for a while and let him develop. That, I think, is going to be a really nice fit down there. Or sorry, a really nice fit long-term for this team. Somebody that we can really count on. Somebody that might be similar to like a Bo Horvat style player, or I don't want to reference the guy that won the Selke in 2011, because that's not somebody that you want to really try to aspire to be. Yeah, because that's not a. Don't know if you heard, but not a very awesome dude at the end of the day. So let's take a look at what we can get for Elias Pettersson. So I really like Shane Pinto. I really like Shane Pinto. His value is extremely low. Oh my god. A lot of Sens are extremely low. Oh, Drake Batherson's a free agent, that's why. So Shane Pinto, he's third liner. Yeah, at $7.5 million, it's a little on the kooky side, if you ask me. So they want to get rid of Shane Pinto. They want Pettersson. Is there anybody that would make sense as a buyer for Pettersson? Because he doesn't really have much value. That's the biggest problem with Pettersson. He's got no value right now. And right now, his no movement clause will come back next season. So we have to trade him now if we want to trade him. So what do we got here? Dallas wants him, which has been established because we already took up their cap space. I would like to reload on picks for next year. Potentially also some prospects. What do we got here? Okay, so Islanders want him. The Devils want him. I'd also like to just get some assets back. Leovanov, Victor Eklund. I forgot we still have a bunch of first-round picks to still choose from. Ideally, we want to look for buyers, or we could just go with like. Ottawa's not going to give up any. Oh yeah, they got that Kavasha guy. Those bastards. See, that's what pisses me off about this game. How is it that the Sens get this like this franchise centerman, and they still have Stützle, and they still have Cousins, and they have Pinto. They're just ruining this kid's development. Okay. So that sucks. I don't like that. So I'm not trading them Pettersson because they don't deserve it. They don't deserve to have the disappointment of Elias Pettersson on their roster. What else do we got here? So who else wants him? St. Louis wants him. What does St. Louis have? What can they offer me? As I just had a little voice crack there. We've got Adam Juracek, who's a possibility. 2024 first-round pick. Top 4 potential. I don't know if he's going to develop into anything. Dalibor Dvorsky's really good in real life. I really like that player in real life. We could get Otto Stenberg, who I think is related to Ivar. That'd be a fun little story. But he's 80 overall with medium top 6 potential. That's not great. Tampa wants him. I would ideally like to trade him for a first-round pick next year that could potentially be like a dumpster fire team. Utah, Caleb Desnoyers would be kind of fun. Actually, I love that puck skills category. He's not a great defender. That's fine. I don't need him to be. Could we get Caleb Desnoyers for Elias Pettersson? Could we just make that straight up happen? Where does he fit? Does he fit anywhere in our lineup? All penalty kill lines. But that could be a nice fit. He's 20 years old. Okay, we're going to keep him in mind. Caleb Desnoyers. That's going to be tough. Maybe I shouldn't trade for him just based off of the fact that I can barely say his name. Colby Barlow, no thank you. Cole Perfetti, no thank you. I just really want to, I want to nail this. I want to nail this trade. But I also know that what's going to be crazy is that when we trade Pettersson, we're going to have no money left. So, okay, so we can still trade. We can still trade Pettersson and not get told that we don't have enough money on the books. Because we are going to do some belligerent tanking. Can we get... Oh, man. Seth Jarvis is really good. Seth Jarvis is so good. I would love to get Seth Jarvis on this roster, but that seems... How is it that... How does Shane Gostisbehere have more trade value than Seth Jarvis? That's crazy to me. Is that not crazy to anybody else? Okay. Colorado wants him. Colorado doesn't really have anything I want. Does a deal with Columbus make sense? Kent Johnson? Kent Johnson would be kind of fun. Kent Johnson could be like a really nice... Is that a trade? Is that a trade to be made? Kent Johnson's pretty good in the game. He fits on our first line, at least according to our Adam Foote logic. First line forward. He just had 70 points. Could a straight swap make sense? How much money does he make next year? He's not even signed to an extension, so I'd have to give him a fresh extension. Does that happen? No, it doesn't. Okay. God, this is a pain in the butt. Not going to trade him to the Oilers. Do the Kings want him? God, you guys must be so bored watching me flick through all these. Is there anything I want from a team like Nashville? Not really. And is there an interesting swap to be made with the Sens? Also not really. There's an argument to be made that a Carter Yakimchuk for Elias Pettersson swap could be interesting. But once again, they have so many centers. I'm not making that trade just off of the sole fact that they have so many centers on their roster. Tampa just unfortunately doesn't really have anything I want. They pay Darren Radish $7 million times 3 years. That's actually kind of a kind of a goated contract by what's his name? Julien Brisebois. Connor Geekie, no. Connor Geekie doesn't develop into anything in this game, so that's a little unfortunate. Toronto doesn't have anything, I don't think. They don't have any decent prospects. There's, Nick Blankenberg. That'll solve your decor problems. Kevin Stenlund, no. Matthias Michelli. What do they re-sign Michelli to? Oh, $2 million. Okay. All right. I want to make this Desnoyers trade happen. What can we do to make this happen? Can I trade you a second or a fourth round pick on top of Pettersson? Pettersson and a fourth for Caleb Desnoyers. What this does in theory is it gives Utah 2 centers going forward that they can really build, that they can really count on and bring them to the playoffs in Logan Cooley and Elias Pettersson. I personally wouldn't make this move. I don't know how good Desnoyers is in real life, but I know that he was a top 5 selection in this past draft. So I want to make this happen. I feel like this is gonna be fun, and this gives us a piece long term that we can count on. Damn it! It got rid of my trade. We're gonna go back. We are making this trade happen. Elias Pettersson plus a 4th round pick for Caleb Desnoyers. Let's see if this gets done. It does not. Okay. We are going to move a pretty good pick in this. So I'm going to send them 20, which is going to make us overpay, which is fine. I'm going to send them 20, and in turn, let's see if they'll send us their 2nd round pick. So we are moving back in the draft, plus we are getting a 20-year-old top flight first line center. Can we make this happen? Pettersson and a first, 20 overall for Caleb Desnoyers, and the 47th overall selection in the 2027 NHL entry draft. Let's find out. It does not. Okay. That's not great. Do I go? Okay, let's see if we can make it happen with just a second. Does 61 and no pick back make it happen? No, it does not. Oh, does 52 and no pick back? Let's try to make this. I'm trying to make this as equal as possible. I'm trying to keep the trade value as even as possible. Does this happen? It does not. Okay. Screw it. Elias Pettersson and a 2nd for Caleb Desnoyers. Let's get this over the finish line. Still doesn't happen. They do not want to move off of this player. All right. All right, I think we got to do this. Actually, hold on 1 second. Before we do this, we got to take a look at the draft class one more time. So we have 12. I did a terrible job scouting this draft class. So, oh damn. That's another really good player there. I didn't see that guy. I didn't see either of these guys. Okay, hold on 1 second. We're going to go to 12. I want to select the... Do I take Jeffrey Welch? Or do I take Jermaine Monroe? I kind of want to take Welch and then trade up for Monroe. Because we got, what, 20? Okay. I'm going to take Jeffrey Welch here, and we're going to see what we got. Jeffrey Welch, I don't have much information on him besides the fact that he's comped to Zach Parise. He's 3 years away. Had a pretty decent season in the U.S. League. 6'1", 202 pounds. He is a natural center. Currently has a high elite potential scouted, but I don't know how accurate that is. We're going to go with it. I'm going to trust my scouts on this one. And then we're going to come back around and we're going to take Jermaine Monroe at 20 overall. Worst case scenario, if guys are going off the board much earlier than expected, we will trade up for for Jermaine Monroe. Welcome to the team, Jeffrey Welch. Oh my God, that is so disgusting. I'm just absolutely sick to my stomach right now. Okay. I'm just gonna simulate to 20. I'm disgusted in myself. Okay, our guy is still on the board. We're gonna grab him right now while we can. So we are gonna select Jermaine Monroe, who we know is a medium elite forward. Perfect. 63 overall. We can let him develop. We are developing a really nice winger core for our team. This team is going to be incredibly skilled, and we are going to be able to score a ton of goals. I think this rebuild is off to an exceptional start. Now we just gotta fill in. Now we just gotta fill in the pieces. So that's why I'm coming back to this deal. Denway. I want to make this happen. I really want to get a deal done. I want to get a deal for Pettersson done. And I know somebody wants to make a deal with me. It's not that hard. Come on. Somebody's got to make a deal. Mason McTavish could be an interesting piece. That's like, man, Vancouver fans would love a player like Mason McTavish. Does Mason McTavish make sense? He kind of does. 24 years old. $7 million. Still can get a little bit better. Can put him on the first line. He's getting a little on the older side, but he makes less money than Pettersson. Still is a decent chunk of money. Pettersson will then fit with Leo Carlsson. Oh man, I think I'm talking myself into that. You would think that divisional rivals would not make that deal. I love that we're on about a half an hour already, and I'm not even out of the first round. That's awesome. That's the type of content. I've been gone for like 3 weeks. And this is what you get. This is what you get, is me complaining and digging around to try and make the perfect Elias Pettersson deal happen. But here's the thing. I think that the NHL and NHL organizations are built on putting your balls on the table. And I'm going to put my balls on the table. We're going to acquire Mason McTavish. Ultimate character guy, 6'1", 220, big old boy. He's a real mean guy, but you know what? That's what Vancouver needs. Vancouver needs a little bit of meanness. Let's get Mason McTavish. Will the trade go through 1-for-1? Probably not, but let's try this. Elias Pettersson for Mason McTavish. Who says no? Let's go. Obviously the Ducks do. Okay. Come on. I will offer you a 4th-round pick with it. This is a great deal. Great deal. Best price. Let's make it happen. Still done. Still not. Okay. I'll trade you 61. Please take 61 for Mason McTavish. Oh my god, this is such a nightmare. Okay, I'll trade you 61 and 120 plus Elias Pettersson for Mason McTavish. Can we please get this to go over the line? Will it happen? Let's get this. Damn it. Let's get this deal done. It still does not happen. However, we got it too far off. So that means that they are willing to entice it. Okay. Is there anything else Anaheim wants from me? See, the problem is like I'm trying to trade for a player that has that they don't want to get rid of. What's Max Sassen's value? Max Sassen actually has that much value? Oh, I like Max Sassen. Absolutely. Smell you later. If you got that much value, I'm definitely making that move happen. Elias Pettersson, Max Sassen for Mason McTavish. I'm just trying this because it looks like the trade value is pretty equal, and this game's kind of stupid sometimes with that. So let's see if this happens. It does not. But I still think we can make this deal go through. 61, Max Sassen, Elias Pettersson, Mason McTavish. Let's freaking go. Not quite. Okay, we'll try 52. 52, Max Sassen, Elias Pettersson. Get it done. Not quite. Oh, sweeten the value a touch. We are about to acquire. We're going to give them a 7th-round pick down the road. Actually, no. We're gonna give them another player. I'm going to see if another player will work. Let's go bottom of the barrel here. Who do we have that's still signed? Let's give them this defenseman. Mino or Kurdatsev. Sure. Elias Pettersson, Max Sasson, a 2027 second round pick plus Kurdatsev for Mason McTavish. Let's get this over the hump. Welcome to the Vancouver Canucks, Mason McTavish. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, we still gotta add an additional pick. Okay, so they said sweeten it a touch, so we're just gonna go back and do this the proper way. Sorry, Anaheim. Okay, we'll give you a 7th. Get this done. We have just acquired Mason McTavish. I think this is a good deal. What this does, what this player brings, is it establishes a culture. We have moved on from the, crybaby Pettersson rumors. We have moved on, and you know what? I do not subscribe to those theories. I think Elias Pettersson is a very good player. I am not personally a fan of paying him as much money as he's getting paid, but I think he's a really good player, and I think that this is a really good change of scenery for both players. So we're going to simulate to 61, and we're going to see what we got available. But I've liked this draft. I think we've gotten a couple players that we can really build around long term. I just don't think we were going to be able to get Caleb Desnoyers because I just don't think they were going to make that deal without us overpaying for him, and you just don't know if that's going to turn into a guy. But what we're going to do here, we're going to see what we got. I've got Caden O'Coin is ranked 75. Sure. You know what? We'll take a swing on... Is there a low elite down here? Hornqvist is probably going to be someone that we can look at the 100 range. We're going to take a swing on this Caden O'Coin kid, see what he's got. Medium top 6. That's not amazing, but whatever. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get that other player that I was on there, but there's a goalie that we could potentially look at. Sure, let's take a swing on this goalie. Oh, look at that! Medium elite goalie! We are back in business, boys and girls. Okay, now we're going to take a swing on that low elite guy, and I think that's going to be our draft, because I don't think we have any picks left, because I've basically extinguished all of our picks. But we're going to be able to restock the cupboards pretty shortly here, now that we're going to have some guys going on modified no-trade lists. Oh, low top 6 forward potential. I like it. I think that's a pretty good deal. Why did I say deal as if I just made a trade? I'm just so used to making trades in this series thus far. We'll take some swings here. Paul Swift, welcome to the team. 6'4", 214 pounds. Low top 6. Bang. And I think that's going to be it for the draft. We have a lot of wingers. I'm not sure I love it, but we got a lot of wingers. So let's take a look here. I still can't believe I drafted a top 9 potential player. That's just truly abhorrent work by me. So we need to sign some... Okay, I will do that afterwards. So, what do we got here? Re-signing players. So, I have $45 million in cap space to play with. That's pretty good. I have to hand out contracts for Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. I've got to do... It's basically just a bunch of pending RFAs. I don't really have anybody else that I have to go long-term deal to. We will, respectively, not be bringing back Ilya Lyubushkin. But I will be offering a deal to Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. Really like the player. 22 goals in his rookie season. Pretty good. But we're going to make him a deal. We are going to first off qualify him. So I'll show you the negotiation for this part for him and for Atu Ratu. And then everybody else I'll probably just skip over, and then I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it not off camera, but I'll skip ahead. So let's see what we can do for Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. What does this boy want? I knew he was going to want a 1-year deal. Ugh. Do I buy years on Lecker-Mackey? He's 23 years old. What does he want for a 7-year deal? He wants 2.8. Oh, I can make that happen. We can make this deal happen. I'm going to offer more money. I'm going to give him more long-term security to keep him around. How does 3.15 sound, Jonathan? Doesn't meet your expectations. Okay. Let's do a different contract length. We'll go down to 6 years. That brings us to age 29 season. Oh my God, we're going to get this deal so done. We're going to improve the offer. I'm going to give him some extra money. Let's go 6 times 3.1. Doesn't meet your expectations. I'm going to increase it by another 250. Okay, perfect. We are about to sign Jonathan Lecker-Mackey to a 6-year times $3.375 million deal. I think this just gives us a lot of flexibility. We aren't going to be strapping ourselves in with any no trade clauses, no movement clauses. We're going to save those for the players that we actually want to keep around long term, the real franchise players. This, I think, is a really good deal for us. It still provides us with a valuable player that if we need to move off of him, we can move off of him. I think that this is a perfect bet for our team, especially with $45 million in cap space. This is what this is for. So we're going to offer him that deal. I'm sure we'll get that over the finish line. Now, I also really want to re-sign Aatu Räty because I really like this player. I've liked how he's developed thus far and how he's simulated. So I would like to keep him around as my long-term fourth-line center. So let's see what he wants in negotiation. I feel like he's going to want a lot of money because he did score over 20 goals. But let's see what we got. So he wants a 1-year deal. What does a 5-year deal for Aatu Räty look like? He wants 1.7, hey? I wonder if I can kind of cheese him a little bit. And I can bring down... No, he doesn't. Okay. What does... I don't really want to sign him for 2 years, but if we think about our long-term window, 5 years... I mean, we could go... an extra 250. Terms aren't hitting the mark. Okay. Screw it. What does an 8-year look like for Aatu Räty? 1.8? He doesn't like that. Not one bit. Okay. You know what? Maybe we'll just table this right now, or we will... I think we're just gonna bridge him. Do I bridge him? Do I seriously bridge Aatu Räty? Because what if he turns into like a decent... He wants... Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Increase his salary by 250. 2.1? Okay. Let's revisit different contract length. Let's go 6 years. He wants 1.8. Okay. We're going to up that again. I'm going to give him... This is going to be kind of a frigged up deal, okay? But I promise we have a vision. So we are about to get Aatu Räty done for a 6-year deal times $2.2 million. This definitely seems like an overpayment right now, and it seems like something where we're overreacting to shooting percentages, but I want this guy around long term. I do think that he provides versatility that if he does continue to score, we can trade him for more, or we can trade him for assets down the road. We're not going to be locked into this cap hit. So I'm going to make this offer. We also have to use up our cap space because we cannot be a team that is at the floor. So this is very important of us just at least getting to the floor, and then we can kind of, like, we're still a rebuilding team. We're not going to be able to go for any high-priced free agents unless somebody absolutely insane is available. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to re-sign coaches, I'm going to re-sign players, and I will see you at the beginning of free agency. Actually, now that I think about it, we're not going to see it at the beginning of free agency. We're going to advance a day just to make sure we get these deals to go through. Do we get these deals to go through? Aatu Räty is back, and so is Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. We got them both re-signed. Now I will see you at free agency. Okay, free agency day is here. Let's see how much cap space we got to work with right now. So viewing contracts, we've got 35 contracts on the books, and we have $40.9 million in cap space to play with. We currently have a couple of pending RFAs, or next year RFAs, in Tom Verlander and Marco Rossi. So, I think there's an interesting thing to happen here, which is Marco Rossi is on one hand, he's a player I'd like to keep around for a while because he's only 25 years old, and he's a good overall. He could be like a really decent second-line center in the future. On the flip side of the coin, I have Mason McTavish, who's younger, can probably play that perfect second-line center role, and makes cost-controlled $7 million, and I could probably also use Marco Rossi as part of a package to get somebody bigger. Tom Verlander will be around long-term. We do not have to worry about that. He will be a long-term fixture on our team. That size and that, or well, I guess not really size, but like the skating ability, I think he's going to develop really well defensively as well. So that's going to be, slap shot power, 95 and 94. That's pretty sick. So I want to offer long-term deals to both of these guys. Even though they say no, I'm going to try and make a deal with Tom Verlander right now. I'm going to charm him. Say, hey, okay, contract. What do you want? You want 3 years? Too bad. I want to give you 8. He is not interested in signing an 8-year deal. That is incredibly rude by Tom Verlander. That's such a, for lack of a better term, dick move on his part. Okay, let's see what we got available in free agency. Hopefully, they got some good players. Okay. We've got Kirill Marchenko. Boy, howdy, is that a player I kind of want. Jack Roslovic is a perfect candidate for this team. He wants 1 year at $5.1 million. That is a perfect candidate to bring onto this team. That's an easy one. Dmitry Orlov, I don't really want to sign a 35-year-old, but Jack Roslovic is a perfect player for our team. Wants 1 year at $5.1 million. We can overpay, probably give him $8 million for the season, retain at the deadline, send him for $4 million at 50% retained. If he's having a good season, I think he simulates pretty well in this game. We could get some pretty nice value out of him. So that's a player I'm going to look at right now, and I'm actually going to get into a negotiation with as we speak. Charm him. What do you want? You want to tell me about any of your offers? Wow, everybody hates me, including my own players. You want a 1-year deal? Cool. I will improve your offer substantially. You want 5.1? Screw it. I will give you $8.1 million just to say no to everybody else. But there's no negotiation. We can move him at the deadline. This is a purely tanking move. Tanking teams make this move. He better say yes. I'm offering him $3 million more. Who else do we like that's on here? I want to sort by elite potential. Oh my god, I hate that about this game. It just gets a little buggy sometimes, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Kirill Marchenko, an RFA. Yeah, he is. He wants $13.4 million a season. You're on drugs. Who else we got available here? Phil Tomasino would be kind of fun. What exactly do we need? That's the real question. Do we have players we can take like a nice swing on? You know, like Alexander Holtz, I think he'd be kind of fun. You can play him down low. Justin Sordiff. Isn't Justin Sordiff like good? I remember the Capitals? Yeah, the Capitals traded a second-round pick for him in the offseason here. This is physical category pretty crazy. That's okay. Let's see what else we got here. Matvei Petrov, Oilers guy, just really has not panned out. I'm going to sign him anyways, though, just as a nice little player to have down in the minors. Jack Quinn. No, Justin Sorda, Phil Tomasino. Not really a murderer's row here. Drake Batherson can be a nice fit, but like I don't I don't think we're in the business of paying Drake Batherson $9.4 million a season. So I'm not going to do that. Is there anybody else I could potentially get? So right now we've got, so for next season, to organize this a little bit, I know this video is kind of all over the place, so I do apologize. So Ogren I want on the wing, but right now we would have Atu Ratu. We could also just run Elias Pettersson. We could run Ratu at the third line, but we're going to have Rossi and McTavish as our two centers. Or I can run... No, we're going to run Jack Roslovic on the wing, I think. We'll run Roslovic on the wing. And then what do we have? We've got Stenberg, DeBrusk, Hoglander, all guys that can play in the top six. Plus we've got Lecker-Mackey, Besser, and Semenov. So I really don't need a forward. I should probably get a defenseman, though. I've got Hronik, Buyam, Pettersson, Verlander, Mancini. So that would be somebody that we could go and get, is a left shot defenseman. I do have Elias Pettersson the second, or the other Elias Pettersson, but let's see here. Do I maybe go? Do I swing it? I don't really want to trade for Dmitry Orlov for a player that's like trying to win the Stanley Cup. I feel. Oh no, Dmitry Orlov already has a cup. Okay, I don't feel as bad about that. Okay. He can play... Okay, we're going to do this. We are going to do this. I like this idea. We're going to give Dmitry Orlov a decent amount of money. Oh, my God. So he wants 6.375. We are going to improve this offer to... Let's give him $1 million extra. So that puts it at 7.3. I will... You're not getting a no trade clause. No thanks, dog. No. You're not, like, what? Why do you want to, oh my God. Okay, what do you want for a no trade? I'll give you a modified. That's all you're getting is a modified. 29 teams, so I can only trade him to 3 places. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care. Okay, your playing time demands. Jesus, what do you want? You want to play the penalty kill? Fine, you can play them the friggin' penalty kill. Leave me alone. Okay, cool. 7.3 plus you got a modified no trade clause plus you're playing on the penalty kill. Shut up. I like Dmitry Orlov. He's a good player, but good lord. All right, let's see if we can get these players first, and then we can go bargain bin shopping if we need to. Okay, that's sorry if you're seeing all of my staff hires here. Oh, that's a good deal. Oh, that's an interesting deal. Oh, that's a really interesting deal. Oh, I really like that deal. I really like this deal. Should I make this deal? Oof. God, I really like Shane Pinto. They're really trying to get me to bite on Shane Pinto. He makes a lot of money, but you know what? It's only for 3 more years, and we need to get rid of cap space. I'm doing this deal. That's a really good deal. I'm sorry. Okay, Niels Hoglander, you're what, 25 or something like that? We're absolutely making this deal. Niels Hoglander and a second-round pick to the Ottawa Senators for their second-round pick and Shane Pinto. Let's get this done. Welcome to the Canucks, Shane Pinto. Okay, I really like that deal. I think that's going to be a lot of... I think that this team might be sneaky, kind of okay. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to try this again. Okay. Did it... Okay, did this... Okay, so how far along did it get? Okay, so it we're still waiting on this deal. Okay. Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Do we still have Pinto? No. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Oh, my God, thank God. Holy smokes. Okay. Woo! All right, we are good. We are good. Thank goodness. Okay. Let's see if we got this deal done between Jack Roslovic and Dmitry Orlov. Is this going to happen? So we... Are you joking? Oh, my God. Okay, we didn't get Jack Roslovic, and we didn't get Dmitry... Oh, my God. Okay. At least we got Shane Pinto, right? Ugh. That stinks. Okay. William Karlsson? He could be kind of fun, right? Like, oh, God. I just want to load somebody up. Like, I just want to stack up some of these stats here. Jimmy Snuggerud. Okay, we gotta make a little bit of an adjustment here. So right now, as it stands, we've got, who do we got here that we need to work with? So right now, how does our forward core look? Okay, so we've got Rossi, McTavish, Pinto, Ogren, and Ratu, and Karlsson. So that's 6 players right there that we're going to have in our 12. On left wing, we've got another 2, so that makes it 8. And then I've got 3 more guys. That's 11. So we just need like a 4th line winger, but I kind of also just want to push some guys down. I also need a defenseman too. Okay. So we're really not going to be able to trade much. We're really just going to be going into the season hoping to tank, like hoping to go for a real tank, because this team's going to suck. This team's going to be pretty freaking bad. Okay. On left D, Tyler Tucker be interesting. He doesn't really come up for any, like... You know what? Do we have a deal to any of these guys? Do I just say screw it and give Tyler Tucker a deal? I don't know. Emil Lilleberg. You know what? He fits all of our different systems and stuff. Let's offer him a deal. We'll offer him 2 times 2.5 just to get the deal over the line. And he accepts our offer. Okay. I think we're good. I'm just going to sign some depth, and then I will see you guys at the offseason. Or sorry, at the beginning of next season. Okay, let's take a look at the roster, and then I think we're going to close out this episode, because I'm like low key. I will admit it is 10:30 p.m. and it's been a long week, so I'm kind of running on fumes right now. I feel like I'm like slightly hallucinating. I'm not sure, but we're about to find out. Okay, this team looks pretty sick already. So both Semenov and Stenberg are second line forwards. That's unbelievable. That's an awesome start to this. Because them with Mason McTavish is kind of a... Ideally, you always want to have that, like, playmaker, power forward, sniper archetype sort of lining up one another. And that all works right there. So, I like that. DeBrusk, Rossi, and Besser on the top line is perfect. I could look to get a third line forward to play with Pinto and Lekker-Mackey. But overall, great third line. They also really like Pinto on that line as well. But that's not going to happen. I really like that second line. Ogren I probably would want to put here anyways. Ooh, that's not going to work. Okay. We're going to mess around with it after. Valander, Lilleberg, and Mancini. Okay, that's good. Pettersson. Oh, Ratu. We want to throw in the lineup. LaPierre, get out of here. Oh, I also signed Hendrix LaPierre, in case you were wondering. Okay. How's our AHL lineup look? Pretty damn good. Oh, Danila Klimovic. Okay. Alriksson. Is he developing? It doesn't really look like it, but that's fine. Okay, cool. I do really like, because we've also got we got Vorobev, who we drafted in the first draft, with Chase Reed. I think that'll be a really nice duo with each other. So that's something we can build around. And yeah, I think overall this team looks good. I'm really excited to get this all set up and to get the next season started. But I think this is going to be a low-key kind of frisky, kind of competitive team. So we'll see how it looks in the next episode. Until then, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I promise I won't take as much time as I took from the last one. Just had a lot of stuff going on. But if you like the video, please let me know. And of course, like I already mentioned, like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. I will see you guys in the next video.